Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily, Monday Motivation. Des here, ready to attack a brand new week. Looking forward to getting really stuck in again this week. Really, what I want to talk about today is the fact I've really sort of had a busy, hectic, full on time. Most of it good. Of course, last week weren't so good with some bad news from the outset. But I think kind of dealt with that pretty well, used all that good experience from before. But what I want to kind of do from this point is use that to use all that good stuff, use that distraction, use a time when I wasn't thinking too much about all these things that help me, just sort of find that determination to keep going. That's what I really want to talk about, is digging deep to find the determination. It is Monday. I always check in, kind of see where I'm at, how I'm feeling, and like I say, after that difficult one last week, it'd be easy to mope, feel sorry for myself, but I mentioned all week how the good times, great experiences had really got me through and helped me with that. And talking about good times from years gone by, of course, I spoke about my auntie passing away, and I just remembered all the good things, the fact she took me to the football, and it led me in a direction, and doing the things I do these days, those things are quite important, really. Sort of that situation itself made me realise the direction she'd pointed me in, and that's what Mondays are about, aren't they? Just realising where we're at, and how we can take it forward. And just finding, I've said the word already, determination to go again. Go again, push on, just doing it, all words I use all the time. But it has to be a case of that, doesn't it? I've now got a relatively quiet period, so I can put a little bit more effort into actually thinking how I'm going to tackle things. There's nothing wrong with that. It's whatever works at the time. Whilst I advise things, whilst I say things, I'm trying not to preach here. I'm trying not to tell people what to do, and I realise myself, whilst I can talk about it, I don't always follow my own advice. I'd like to think that I don't do it on purpose, but the reality is things distract us along the way, don't they? Things, whether good or bad, just knock us off track from what we're trying to do, what we're trying to achieve, But it's a case of checking back in, realising where we're at, and absolutely going again. I've got so much I want to do. I'm still a little bit frustrated with my injury and with the amount of activity I can do, but I'm still getting out there. I'm getting out for a walk. I spoke 2 Mondays ago about the real importance of how I use walking on a Monday in particular, when I've not been great in the past, when I've been injured, when I've been ill, and my body's not been quite standing up to it. Getting out for a walk really put me in good stead, really sort of kept me ticking over, so when I could do the running again, when I could do what I really love, it meant I'd already built up a level of fitness. For one reason or another, I've not been as consistent with all that this year as opposed to last year, but getting out 2 Mondays ago, getting a real good walk in, made me realise how important that was. I've said how important it was. I know how important it was. I've mentioned it lots of times through DOdaily. But again, like I'm trying to remind you, some of this might be a little bit repetitive, it's a perfect reminder to myself, And again, after the bad news last week, where I did actually get a long walk in, which probably did help me more than I realised, but obviously I wasn't feeling great. Today I've not been able to get as long a walk in, but I've got some extra determination to put all those good habits back in. A little bit of time again, and what that offers. We all get sort of bogged down with things, and I always talk about the importance of finding time, and that's one of the definitely one of the things that we have to do, isn't it? Finding time to do what we really enjoy, but what we really take so much from. Because if we don't find that time, and whilst I've admitted there I've not found much time, I'm out walking now. I've just walked by the river, lots of people out sort of getting in their activity. The weather's a little bit nicer today, so that's extra motivation. I always talk about finding it from absolutely wherever we need it, so all those things sort of combine: time, weather, understanding where I'm at, accepting where I'm at, have helped me build up this extra determination. I've started talking recently about not doing certain events, not taking part because I'm injured, and that's not something I'm comfortable with. Whilst I have got to be realistic, there's still just about time to sort of do enough training, so if I can really sort of get back onto top form, start doing the right things, day in, day out again, it might just see me to a point where I can at least give it a go. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself with anything right now, whether I feel good, whether I feel bad, whether I'm frustrated because I can't do all the running things I want to. It'll happen, it'll all come in good time. Just shows what a sort of comfortable-ish place I'm in, but I'm only that because I keep thinking about it. I keep using each situation to support another. Like I say, the good to support the bad, and the bad to support the good. Understand it's all only temporary. We never experience the same thing. If we did, it'd be boring. If it did, we'd all be the same. As humans, we're creatures of emotion, and that's what makes it work for us, isn't it? Like I say, we wouldn't really want it any other way because it'd be pointless then, wouldn't it? We'd get no excitement, no enjoyment from the things we do. For me, it's about really enjoying it. Last week doing DOdaily gave me perfect opportunity to talk, and whilst it is one way, I do listen to others through other sources, and just by talking to people face to face or directly, but being able to talk, being able to let people know how I was feeling really helped get me through. So when it comes to this week, and don't get me wrong, don't just switch my feelings because it's a Monday, because it's a different day. But like I say, it's the fact that I always use it to check in, to have a look where I'm at, what I'm doing, how I can make this one that little bit better, how last week can be improved this week. Finding those small wins along the way is really important, isn't it? I mentioned already last week, in all the adversity, I found, or at least thought of situations that made me smile, that made me happy. And the one thing nobody can ever do is take memories away from us, particularly good ones. Well, any memories, but the good ones, if you think about them and you use them to good effect, and for me, it made me realise it's all part of this development as well, understanding what pointed me in certain directions and how I use that now. I spoke about football a lot recently, and of course, having been taken to the football by my auntie that passed away, it's been poignant, and it's been such a great time for it to come back for me, because I've been able to use going to the game, to create, refresh those memories, get them back. Sometimes we let things pass and there's no reason to think of it. Sometimes when adversity happens, it throws it up in our face, and we probably wouldn't take it if we had we wouldn't take it if we had a choice, absolutely not. But what it can do then is remind you of all the good times, the reason you do what you do. That's probably the most important thing here. It's the reason I do what I do, because of one single person, and remembering that, being grateful for that, just made me realise why I had so much respect for somebody, but it made me realise that it pointed me on a path which I'm quite happy with, you know. Some people might go, oh, bloody football again, but I'm quite happy to have followed this path. You know, it's gave me so many memories itself, you know, taken me to so many different places, and even sort of in the past few days, past week or so, got involved in a friend's YouTube channel, been part of what he's doing. He's absolutely smashing it at the moment. You know, went to the match with him, pulling people together again because I chose to take a different direction. Without DOdaily, without doing YouTube, we'd have perhaps never crossed paths, you know. But it's when you're doing something you really love, what you really sort of throwing yourself into, that you start surrounding yourself with similar people, with similar ideas, you know, and people who are just as accepting about whatever it is you want to do. So for me right now, I'm starting the week in really determined frame of mind, really happy with DOdaily last week despite the situation, you know. And if I can do it in those situations when I'm really, really uncomfortable doing it, because believe me, I was really, really uncomfortable. There was moments where it nearly got me. If I can do it in those situations, I believe I can do it any time. You know, got lots of great feedback, got lots of subscribers as well last week, which is really pleasing. You know, I've not got thousands or lots. You know, it's an ongoing process. It's something I can keep working at, keep building, keep being honest, trying to be relatable, trying to be realistic, you know, trying to help people bit by bit. You know, it's just a dose of positivity and enthusiasm, and what I'm getting from people who I do talk to about it, who do accept what I do, you know, they're like, it's brilliant, you know, it's brilliant to see someone smiling and enjoying it. And that's all I'm trying to do, even when the situation shouldn't really allow it. You know, I'm trying my absolute best, and that's what I did last week. So thanks for all the support, thanks for all the nice comments, thanks to all the new subscribers. If you've liked today's video, if you've taken anything from it, you know, please like, share, subscribe, do all the usual things. Let me keep building this, you know, and I'll hopefully keep getting better at it. The more sort of open and honest I can be, I think it probably comes out that little bit better. That's why when the situation is as it was last week, it's probably just coming straight from the heart a lot more. You know, it does anyway, you know, that's what I try and be. But when we're feeling it, you know, sometimes the shackles come off a little bit, I guess, and you just sort of blurt it all out. And that was a case of what I'm doing, and that's what I want to keep doing, you know, just to show people that, you know, feeling up, feeling down, you know, we don't have to get too technical about it. We don't have to sort of talk about neuroscience or that's for the doctors, that's for the GPs, that's for the experts. You know, everyone talks about sort of being sort of straightforward and getting people talking. Well, this is my way of trying to encourage it, because I believe when we talk about real things, you know, real experiences, you know, when people like myself show my vulnerabilities, that's when others will really start buying into it. That's when you get people to open up, when people feel your pain, feel your situation, and feel they've probably experienced it or will experience it themselves. And that's all DOdaily is about. Just wanted to remind people of that, because I've got an extra ounce of determination to really get on top of this injury situation, get on top of my habits, nutrition, lose some weight. You know, I've got a bit of time to really focus again. Whilst I try and be focused and driven, you know, I've really got that now. So heading into a new week full of enthusiasm, that positivity, you know, and excited to be getting stuck in again. Hopefully all that will come out as the week goes on. If you can tune in tomorrow for Tuesday training, I'll be back encouraging everybody to take up some activity, you know, get the week really up and running. We've got the solidarity session that anyone can get involved in. Check out the Do Running social media for that. All the links are at the end of the video. If you can't get out today, make sure you join us tomorrow. I'm out, never missing a Monday. If you can get out and enjoy a beautiful evening, you know, please do. Even if it's not beautiful where you are, get out there, get in some activity. Have a great week, guys. Enjoy yourself. Tune in to DOdaily. Check back on last week's, you know, and let us know how you're feeling, especially about the easing of restrictions. That was last week's Thursday throwback question. You know, I'd love to get some responses to that. Comment on any of the social media, any of the videos, and I'd love to use it to drive some content on this Thursday Thoughts, you know, to try and inspire and motivate people to keep attacking the situation. Like I say, have a good one. You know, I'm pretty determined to make it work for me this week. So until tomorrow, guys, just doing it.